I'd like to welcome you to BeMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth at the National Press Club here in Washington, D.C. The Washington Association of Black Journalists hosted Mr. Charles Robinson. How are you, sir?
Not too bad. Good to see you, Donnie. Great place to be. I actually used to work in this building, and so it's always fun to come back. I want to show you one of my colleagues who used to be the president here. That's John Obashan. He worked with me at Maryland Public Television, where we cover state politics, and he was the president here. One of the great proud moments to be a journalist, to come here and have him preside over many of the things that go on here. So I'm glad you're here.
Good, good. What's going on in your world?
Well, you know, I'm running for president of the National Association of Black Journalists, and let me just say that it is my honor to represent journalists, especially my brethren in the business, on journalism issues. You know, it's real tough these days because we're losing jobs, but those of us who are still in it still believe in it. And I believe, especially in the National Association of Black Journalists, because if it had not been for some of the great pioneers of our business, people like Sam Lacey, people like George Collins, and others, I don't know if I'd be here. You know, it's strange to me to be the old head in the room now. You know,
You just left the room where you were the senior person there.
Well, you know, and it's fun for me because there were some young people there. In fact, one young lady who was from Howard University, who I met last year in San Diego, just told me she got a job. You know, I cannot be more excited about that because it proves my theory that people who want to be in this business get in this business. And she's always told me, I'm going to be in this business, Mr. Robinson. And now she is. You know, she got a job and she's out of college. That means she's not staying at somebody's mama's house. And she told me she's got a career path as well.
What should the average American, let alone African American, understand about the purpose, the mission of the National Association of Black Journalists?
The idea is real simple. We want to bring truth, first and foremost, to the African American experience. We don't want to be defined by, if you will, stereotypes. And our whole idea and mission is to break those stereotypes. In addition to that, we want to put people in newsrooms who look like us. Remind yourself, if everybody looks the same in the newsroom, we don't believe that you can get balanced coverage, nor will you be able to uncover those stories, those gems, if you will. And it's real important that as we progress into these new mediums, such as where I'm talking to you right now, that we're there too. As I remind everybody, it's not some white guy with some holes in his pants who is eating pizza on top of his laptop that thrive in this medium. There should be all kinds of people in this medium. And they don't have to just be in the front of the camera or behind the camera, but they need to be the entrepreneurs just like you, Doc.
When you think of the most recent phenomenon that occurred in the North Africa, Middle East area and its relationship to what you do in terms of mass media, any thoughts on the Twitter and Facebook revolution?
Well, you know, I think Gil Scott said it pretty plainly. The revolution will not be televised. It's going to be tweeted, and it's going to be Facebook. I think we found that out real quickly. And I think the whole area of social media has revolutionized what we do. Because you can, you know, it's the old idea, you can't put the genie back in the bottle. Once it's open and people experience freedoms and connecting with people, they begin to have conversations and dialogues that a dictator or a despot could never put back into a bottle. Yeah, they may have guns and weapons and things of that nature, and that goes on. But, you know, ideas are the currency of the future.
Good deal. Any final thoughts as we close out this very exclusive interview of the one and only Charles Robinson, not far from the White House, here at the National Press Club, a historic institution, and no doubt you're running for president of the NABJ.
Yeah, let me say, first of all, thank you, Donnie. And it is always a pleasure to note that you were at the cutting edge when people were wondering, what are you going to do next? And you and I have had this conversation over and over again, that the status quo will kill you. You cannot be comfortable where you are. And that goes not just for journalists, but for anybody in business, anybody who thinks they got a better idea. The status quo will kill you. You got to get off your comfortability, and you got to get off your sofa, and you got to try. And you might fail, because trust me, failure is a great teacher in life.
Good deal. Keep watching BeMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth.